Wichita's Morning Show, KEYN.
I'm Don Hall. She's Kim Duggar. Good morning. It's Tuesday morning.
And it's 50 degrees to start the morning. It's going to be a chilly day today, windy, and 66 will be all we get to. Rain moving in tonight through tomorrow morning, 52 for the low tonight, and tomorrow 64 will be all we get to.
A friend of mine told me that he saw you at the zoo the other day. Were you at the zoo?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have not been to the zoo. Okay, Paul drugged me there. I was feeling a little worn out.
Your husband drugged you there?
Yes, a little worn out this weekend, and just feeling like I was fighting maybe, I don't know if it's cold or allergies.
Right.
I don't know. And Sunday afternoon, he said, well, why don't we just go out? Just come to the zoo. And I will admit, I have not been to the zoo except for Jubilee. I have not been to the zoo to actually look around since I was in grade school on a field trip. So it's been a while.
Well, he said you asked more questions than a third grader.
Okay, well,
I asked him yesterday about it. I said, a friend of mine saw you and your wife at the zoo. Is that right? Yeah, we went to the zoo. He said, man, it was like my wife had more questions than a third grader. Want to know why the tigers and lions weren't kept together in the same cage?
Well, why aren't they kept together in the same cage?
I don't know. And then just couldn't understand about the apes and the orangutans and the...
Oh, my gosh, they confused me. It was like, okay, so what is this again? Well, it's like a chimpanzee. So is that like an ape? Well, it is an ape, but it's a chimpanzee.
Don't they still have those little keys that you can put in the machine that you buy a key and you turn it and the machine explains the animals to you?
I don't know. I did not do that. I
should have got
full
a key.
Of questions.
He should have got a key for you.
And then it confused me. Okay, I don't watch nature shows. No. Obviously, I don't turn it much from Little House on the Prairie or the Golden Girls.
Oh, my.
And so I don't watch nature shows.
You're going to have to get to 2015. Go ahead.
And so... I saw the chimpanzees, and then I moved on to the next one, the orange ones, the orangutans or something.
Right, yeah.
And then it was like, well, where are the what are those little ones?
Baboons.
Baboons.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, so where are the apes? And then Paul was like, they're all apes.
They're all apes, yeah.
And I'm like, no, I thought the apes were the big ones. He said, those are gorillas.
Yeah, right. Pittsburgh State.
And then the gorillas are kept separate from all of them. I don't even get, it's like, oh my gosh. And they were in a total other area.
Yeah.
And the whole thing got confusing. And then it was like there was this, then we were in the lion exhibit, and there was one lion laying there sleeping. And then I went around the corner, and there was another lion laying there, and it had that big mane.
Right.
And I said, Paul said something about him. And I said, well, how do you know it's a him? And he goes, are you kidding me? And he said that only the male lions have the big mane. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, see, I don't watch nature shows. I probably learned that in school somewhere.
Have you seen Lion King?
Well, that's what he said, and I said I was too busy singing Hakuna Matata to really remember anything about the movie.
He said you asked more questions than a third grader. He said he thinks the last time you've been around animals was like at a pet store.
My favorite were the meerkats.
You wore him out.
Oh, I know I did.
You wore him out at the zoo. He'll never take you back to the zoo for another 5 or 6 years.
I just didn't get it. They were all separated, and I didn't get it.
Yeah, you wore him out at the zoo, for crying out loud.
But I literally felt like I was at the zoo with Marlon Perkins. I mean, like, he made fun of me because I didn't know and was asking a lot of questions. But I literally at one point turned to him and said, who are you, Marlon Perkins?
You didn't know that an orangutan was an ape, and a chimpanzee is an ape, and a gorilla is an ape, and...
I did not. I guess I forgot that they were all under the ape class.
Yeah.
I forgot that. And so then all the tigers and then all the lions, and they're all separate, and then you go on further and there's like the big gorillas and they're separate. And at one point we're looking at the hippopotamus. There were 2 of them.
Right.
And they're laying in the water.
Right.
And Paul said, well, we could go underneath and look at them, or you can just see them from here. You know, more people are killed by hippopotamus each year than anything else. I'm like, okay, thanks, Marlon.
Very true, yeah.
While Jim is wrestling the hippopotamus, you are standing here sipping your beverage.
Yeah.
Telling me all the facts about the hippopotamus. I don't know where he got it from. I mean, I don't know if he was making it up.
Well, Marlon Perkins sits in the Jeep. Jim will go out and neuter the rhino. Marlon just kind of hang back here.
I felt like I was with him at the zoo.
Yeah.
I mean, Paul was like, I'm going to throw out all these rare facts. Oh, and then the meerkat. Okay, I said the meerkat was my favorite thing there.
He said you had more questions than a third grader, for crying out loud.
He was like all full of fact. Oh, the meerkat, that was in that one Disney movie, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know how he knew it all. Had he been out there before and read up on everything? I don't know. And then he looked at me like I was crazy because I didn't know it. The meerkat was awfully cute.
Well, yeah,
I would get a meerkat.
Yeah. Would you?
Oh, it looked funny. It looked like a little human, very hairy.
No.
It was very cute. It looked like part of the weasel family. That's all I have to say about all that. But I would highly recommend Molina's and that Juarez Mexican bakery. Oh, my gosh.
Bruce wants to know if there's a point to the story and if it will ever end. He wants to know.
I don't know about the point, and maybe. If you're nice to me, Bruce, why don't you go plug in your grill and,
Okay, Bruce, there is a point to this story. If you listen to Duggar's story, she's been talking 100 miles an hour, and that's because she got a good night's rest last night on her sleep number bed. That way she can come in at 6 and she can be...
That is so true.
100 miles per hour because she sleeps well at night.
See, lucky you, because I do. I sleep so well at night on my sleep number bed. Sleep IQ technology is what we have. We love it. We check our smartphones the next morning to see how much rest we really got. Oh, it's so good. And I know my number's 30. My husband's is 35. I can change it if I want. If I want a little firmer or a little softer mattress, it's perfect.
A year ago, she used to come in and go, have I told you about the zoo? Now it's like,
lucky you.
And it's all because of her sleep number bed. Right now, listen to this, kids. Right now, you get that Sleep IQ technology. Nothing to wear, nothing to turn on. All you have to do is sleep, and you can save $500 on a Sleep Number Memorial Day Special Edition bed with Sleep IQ technology. So if you want to get up in the mornings and go, or you want to get up in the morning and go, you need to get a Sleep Number bed. So you can be like Duggar, and you can be like me. Shop 2 stores, either one, East 21st and Rock Road, right there on the northeast corner, out West 21st and Mays Road, right there in New Market Square. The store faces Mays. Be sure to tell them that Don Hall and Kim Duggar sent you in, and find out your sleep number today. You'll love the way you sleep.
Oh, well, I'm going to give you an update.
All right.
You know my refrigerator that wasn't working?
Oh, yeah.
It's still not.
It's still not working. Okay. You got the repairman that comes out. He makes trip number 1 out.
Right.
And he determines what?
That it's not working. Indeed, it is not working.
Well, did you call him, tell him it wasn't working?
Yes.
Okay, so he finds out it's not working and he leaves.
Correct. Well, he hangs out for a while and looks at it and scratches his head and does all that kind of stuff. Takes everything out of the refrigerator. And it smells really bad, so I kept wanting to say, could you please shut that door?
Yeah.
And then he left. He said he'd have to come back with diagnostic tools so that he could diagnose what was wrong with it.
Okay, so he brings the tools back for the second trip, and what happens?
It's not working. Yeah. He said it's losing Freon.
Bruce Serena Hillsborough says, just go to Best Buy. You love that store. Go to Best Buy and get a refrigerator.
Yeah, I will not be going to Best Buy.
All right, so he comes back, he runs the diagnostic, and it's losing Freon. Okay, that's not good. That's probably why your refrigerator is not as cold as it should be.
Right. Yes,
all right.
That's why mold is happening on top of everything.
All right.
Yeah.
So did Sparky fix it? Did he get the Freon in there? No. What now?
Well, now keep in mind, it took about a week for him to get there, and then it took about another week for him to come back out with diagnostic tools. So we're now, this is week 3.
No wonder you've been eating out so often.
All the time.
No wonder the restaurants have been seeing you more.
We have nothing to eat except for like chips or like canned SpaghettiOs.
Okay.
So we're eating out a lot.
All right.
No milk, no cheese, no butter, no fruit, no vegetable.
Right.
You got the idea.
So Sparky coming back again to fix this thing?
Well, then he said it would be a week to 10 days. He's going to order a part, and then after it comes in, after a week to 10 days, then he'll call to reschedule another time to come out.
What kind of refrigerator do you have anyway, for crying out loud? You got like an Amana? You got like a Whirlpool?
No.
You got like a GE?
No.
You got like a what brand of refrigerator are you operating over there at the Atwater?
Well, don't think we bought it, but when we bought the house, it was with the house, and the person before us had put it in, so it's a Thermador.
Well, maybe there's your problem, a Thermador. A Thermador refrigerator? What do they sell those for? $25 down the street or something?
Something like that.
Wow.
You would think, though, that you would be able to get really good service.
A Thermador. You have a Thermador refrigerator?
We've been out without a refrigerator for like more than a month now.
Oh, wait a minute. I just got a text from Steve. Steve said Thermadors are expensive refrigerators, Don Hall. Don't you know about Thermador? I have no idea about a Thermador.
We didn't buy it.
Is it
and trust me, from now on, if there's anything else wrong with that thing, I will throw it out in the driveway, and we will go buy a GE or a Whirlpool or an Amana.
Well, Steve says it's expensive. How expensive is it?
I don't know. I didn't check.
Okay.
All I know is this is the most ridiculous process I have ever seen or been a part of in my life.
But it custom fits the spot, right?
Yes, it custom fits the spot. Keep in mind, again, this was not our deal. It was there when we
Steve said they're $4,000 or $5,000. Ain't no way.
I don't know.
Really?
I just know that this won't get fixed, and it's ongoing. And you know what got me even more mad? Oh, you know me. You know me well.
Yeah.
When the man was fixing it, and then he said it'll be another 10 days before the parts come in, and then they'll reschedule another time to come out.
Right.
I kind of got angry.
Uh-oh.
And I let him know on...
You spear him with the crown?
I about did. And I let him know on no uncertain terms that I am incredibly upset that it's taken him one time to come out that we don't even know what he did. The second time was diagnostic, and now we're going to have to wait another week or two before he can come out and fix it. Does he understand? Thank you.
Hang on, Bruce. It's almost over. Hang on. Bear with us, Bruce.
Does he understand that we are eating out all the time? We can't keep... You know what I should do? I should just collect all my bills because, you know, I have to replace every single thing that goes in the refrigerator, from Heinz 57 to ketchup to mustard to cheese to butter. You get the idea. And it's like, and then we have to eat out for every meal. So I'm just going to get all my receipts together, and I will build that place that's fixing it and let them pay our tab for the last month.
Bruce says, let's go back to the zoo. He wants more zoo stories. Can we go back to the zoo?
Well, that poor man, when
Steve wants to know if you're still on meds from your knee replacement. Are you still taking meds?
I should be.
You're talking so fast.
It works me up.
You're talking faster than Lon McCurdy. Steve says you must still be on pain meds from that total knee replacement. He's never heard Duggar talk so fast in his life.
Do you know what I offered Paul for dinner the other night? He said, I assume we're eating out, or do you have a dinner plan? And I said, yeah, we can have popcorn. Would you like to have popcorn for dinner?
Well, the microwave still works, huh?
Well, I was going to make it on the stove. I was going to get all fancy with it, but he kind of laughed at me. But that man, the more I said, this is infuriating. Are you kidding me? This is a month-long process to fix a refrigerator?
Yeah.
He actually argued back with me and looked at me like I was out of line for being upset. And the more he did that, the more it spurred me on. It was like, don't you give me that look.
Your husband says, thanks a lot, really. Fire her up and then send her home. You're a dandy, Don Hall. That's all I need. Fire her up and send her home. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, sorry, Paul.
I got to take like my sweatshirt off. I'm getting hot now, man.
Oh, you're done.
And then Paul even said to me, he said,
let me have that coffee. Paul said no more coffee. Let me have that coffee.
He said I should probably not be there when this man comes back.
No more
maybe
coffee.
he should be the one to be there, because I think the man was shaken in his boots by the time I got done with him.
Got it. Bruce wants to hear more zoo stories. Steve said they're expensive refrigerators. Don't get on you. And your husband says, that's great. Fire her up and send her home. That's what I need.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Okay.
I'm hot. Is it hot in here to you?
It is now.
Golly.
A lot of hot air going around this control room. We're going to have to air it out. I just wonder if your crown's still as big as the crowns that they're giving away now, if the crowns got bigger.
No, mine is just as big, but maybe not quite as shiny.
Do they have a set-size crown that you
Yes.
Do they measure head size or anything for a crown?
No. No, they just slap it on your head.
Okay, so it's either, I mean, it either fits or doesn't fit, but you put bobby pins and stuff in it, don't you, to hold it on?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. All right.
Or you could probably use like a chin strap if you wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, you could strap something under your chin.
Now, I saw a Facebook page, you were in a parade. Right?
Yeah,
You did the parade?
Yeah. You know, if for someone who has never been to Pratt for the Miss Kansas pageant, it's actually just about a week long, full of festivity.
It's like Mardi Gras.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It's like Mardi Gras in Pratt.
It It kind of is, yeah. And the entire city shows up for it. And I'm not kidding you. After each preliminary night, there is someone that hosts a party at their house.
Yeah.
And the party, it doesn't even start till like 10:30 on, say, like a Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to a party at 10:30 and it ends at about 2 in the morning on Thursday. And then you hit it all over again. And Thursday night, there's another party that starts at about 10:30 and you go till about 2. This goes on and on and on. And then the parade this year, usually it's on Saturday morning. This year, though, because of the Texas Tenors, who, by the way, I might add, were phenomenal.
Did you sing with them?
Yeah. Yeah, I shared that on Facebook.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't live on Facebook. What did you sing with them?
Well, it was they needed a little bit more classical. And, you know, I don't sing classical as much, although I was trained that way.
Yeah.
So I sang Somewhere from West Side Story with them.
Wow.
You know, There's a Place for Us, and, you know, that
Did you bring down the house?
Well, I don't know that I did, but we did.
Okay.
The whole group. You
They
know,
are
the
good,
3
aren't
boys
they?
and myself.
They are good. That was a fundraiser, too, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were phenomenal. I'm going to do everything I can to try to get them booked here in Wichita.
Mm-hmm.
They were phenomenal.
You're very good.
Yeah, and the parade itself, yeah, that was Friday night. It was a little toasty, a little hot, but, yep, went down the parade route, and, it was kind of ridiculous.
Where'd you get the convertible at?
They have them. They just line them up. These people, they
Whose
just
car
have
was it?
convertibles. Darlene was who I rode with. I think it was her car.
How come they don't let Paul drive the convertible?
Because he's too busy. He's too busy.
Was he throwing out candy?
Oh, my gosh. No, he was so busy with his GoPro filming everybody all along the street that he passed a trash bag of candy up to me. I couldn't even wave.
Yeah.
I'm holding this bag of candy, just throwing candy randomly across the street one way and the other. And I was so busy that, Paul, he was too busy with his GoPro, so I had to just be throwing candy everywhere.
Did he have the stick or just the GoPro?
The stick.
He had the stick?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he got the footage.
Wow, okay. So Darlene drove the car. He was riding shotgun with the GoPro and the stick.
Yeah.
And you were throwing candy off the back.
It was just a lot. Oh, and Miss America, okay, you might remember this. Do you remember the first Miss America from Kansas, 1955?
No.
Well, it was Debbie Bryant.
Debbie Bryant?
Yes, and it was the first year, I believe, that the television, that the show was in color. And so she came back. That was my first time to ever meet her. Oh, my gosh, she was just absolutely beautiful, and she was so gracious and so charming. No wonder she won Miss America.
It was the gal from Moran, Kansas.
Huh?
It was the gal from Moran, Kansas, the one when I was in college. She was Miss Pitt State.
Oh, would that have been Debbie Barnes?
Debbie Barnes, that's it.
Okay, Debbie Bryant was 2 years before Debbie Barnes, and
Debbie
I've never
Barnes.
met her either.
No.
But it was really a lot of fun to see everybody, and I'm just going to give a shout out to the entire city of Pratt because I'll bet I had 50 people at least come up to me and say how much they enjoy listening to us.
Well, good.
And so, like Randy Nuss and his wife Charlie runs the country club. He's a huge fan. He's like quoting it. He quotes you.
Okay, so what does Hannah Marie Wagner do now? She's starting her reign as Miss Kansas, right?
Yes, she will be
goes all around the city and cuts ribbons and or the state and whatever. Okay.
Well, no, and she doesn't just cut ribbons. The girl can speak, man. And besides the fact that she's a phenomenal dancer, she's absolutely beautiful. I think she'll be top 10 at Miss America.
Great representative, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations to her, East High grad. She's a freshman at Wichita State, and she starts her reign, I guess, today as Miss Kansas. So congratulations as she goes on to the Miss America pageant.
Yeah. You know, Riverfest starts Friday.
Right?
Friday already.
Friday, yes.
And it's raining now.
Yep.
I mean, do you think it will, usually because it rains in the Riverfest, so do you think it'll keep raining through the end of next week?
No, we're going to have a good Riverfest.
Yeah.
Buy your buttons, we're going to have a good one.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
You can go to area Dillon's, you can go to Quick Trips, you can buy them at Riverfest. You know, you don't want to miss out. They've got that whole row of food.
Right.
And have we heard any word on what the specials are this year with the food?
Oh.
Like what kind of meat on a stick, anything unique?
They got the vendors in the book, but I don't know exactly
what do you like best there? What do you eat?
Oh, I like those potato chips that are piled up in a pile.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that the tornado twister or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. Do you like funnel cakes?
Funnel cakes are good. Don't wear black shirt.
Yeah, that's true.
Get that powdered sugar all over you.
Get it off. Then you'll have to dip down in one of the fountains there.
Right.
To rinse off.
And bathe off.
Yeah. Take your soap. Paul, as I don't even need to say this, Paul really likes the turkey leg.
Does he?
Yeah, I mean,
well,
of course.
Why he goes to the Renaissance Fair every year, 3 times.
Yeah.
to get a turkey leg. He gnaws on part of it and takes the rest home and gnaws on that in the evening. He's got one turkey leg's like lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
By the way, Paul said his weekend was not a banner weekend.
Why?
Well, go for a walk, come home, sit on the front porch at a rocking chair. Then Warner comes over and sings Karen Carpenter, and he said he needs a guy's night out.
What?
He needs a guy's night out.
He does not need a guy's night out. We talked about that. You let him know we've talked about that, and he doesn't need a guy's night.
He just needs a night with the guys after
After his time with Warner?
Going for a walk and sitting on the porch and listening to Karen Carpenter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants a night out.
That's good for him. It's good for him.
Why is that good for him?
Well, because the Karen Carpenter, she's just so good, and the walk was good for him, and then we sat on the porch and we talked and we visited. It was all good.
Like I said, he needs a night out. Please give him a night out. He'd like to have a night out. Yeah.
Well, I was just trying to figure out what kind of food I like the corn on the cob.
You like the corn on the cob?
That's what I like.
That is strange to see people walking around with a Budweiser and a corn on the cob.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah. And what do you call it? Do you call it a corn? I'm going to get a corn. I mean, a corn would mean like one kernel.
Ear of corn.
An ear of corn.
I'm going to get an ear of corn. Yeah. And if it cost $1, then it would be a buck an ear.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it would be. Yeah. I'm gonna go get a buck an ear. And don't forget, you have to buy coupons now. Don't forget, you just can't walk up and buy the food. You got to buy food tickets, and then you take the tickets over and exchange them for the food. So
well, I can't wait for that. And then we get 2 nights of fireworks.
11 o'clock.
2 nights of fireworks. Both Friday night of this week and then Saturday night next week.
Right, Friday night at 10 and then Saturday night at 10:30. 2 nights of fireworks.
I think it'll be good.
Woohoo! Yeah. It's going to be great. And the best place to see those right on the Arkansas River.
Yeah, anywhere.
Get there early, stake out your place, but don't leave your blanket overnight.
Don't leave the blanket overnight. No, they'll take it.
They'll pick it up.
Hey, I didn't see you yesterday, but I thought you might want to know on Mother's Day kind of what went down at our house.
Yeah, I had Mother's Day go there, yeah.
It went okay, yeah. We didn't do a big family hooty-doody thing.
Did you take Mom out to fish? Take out like you did your dad for his birthday? Did you take him out with the mosquitoes and all the stuff and let Mom's fish?
Well, we kind of did something like that, kind of. Paul came up with the idea. He told me I was going to help him. He said, no, I'll do it. We said we'd have dinner and maybe have my parents over and his parents. And then we ended up having his sister, too, and her 2 little boys.
Right. What burned down?
And what I found out, Paul said, well, I'm going to plan dinner. I'm going to plan dinner.
Okay.
There won't be really any dishes involved. There won't be any cleanup. He said, I'm just going to put a fire outside in the fire pit. You know, it's always there's not a party at our house unless there's fire.
You threw all the stuff on the newspaper inside.
Well, no. We put the fire in the fire pit, and he just bought hot dogs and marshmallows, and we sat outside, and everybody got to roast their own their own hot dog, and then we all roasted our own marshmallows.
He didn't put them on a rake, did he? He didn't put those hot dogs on a rake like you see that guy do, that redneck guy?
No. But so that's what we did, and everybody just cooked their own, and we used paper plates, and really there was no cleanup.
That was your Mother's Day?
And chips.
That was Mother's Day?
And watermelon.
That was Mother's Day?
Yes.
Okay, well, watermelon saved the day, obviously, because roasting weenies out on the fire pit, I don't know if that's Mother's Day or not.
That's what we all did.
Scream Mother's Day?
Well, we didn't have to do dishes, and he didn't have to prepare anything.
Well, then that's perfect, then.
So hot dogs and marshmallows. It was like, if you notice, it was all things that really don't need any utensil.
Yeah.
Hot dog, marshmallow, watermelon, and chips.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah. And just throw your plate right there.
Right.
And if you have to go to the bathroom, there's the Phillips 66 station down the street.
There's Tree. That one's marked his. That one's marked hers. Don't go inside. No need to go inside.
What a great Mother's Day.
Yeah, we had a nice time.
Yeah. My wife got surprised. Fluffy got surprised by her youngest son. Came to town.
Very good.
Drove like 5.5, 6 hours to spend Mother's Day.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. This is the kid that didn't send a card, didn't make a phone call, didn't do anything.
Well, no, he came.
I know. I know. Before he got there, he got the wrath of Fluffy. It's like, and I'm trying to protect the kid, you know. My youngest son, he hadn't even called. He just sent a text message. Is that the best he can do?
Oh, how funny.
And I said, well, and I'm just trying to stall because I know he's on the way.
I bet she got all stirred up.
We went to dinner, and he popped in where we were having dinner, and it was cool. It was very cool. But for most of the afternoon, he was not one of her favorite sons. For not making a phone call or not sending a card or not doing.
You can understand.
Yeah. He took a picture. He went to a flower shop, took a picture of a flower and sent it.
Get out of here. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's a pretty picture. Why don't you go ahead and spend a few bucks on it?
Well, here's the deal. When you're a starving college kid, that's okay. That's okay to do, I guess,
No, it's not.
But now that you're in the workforce and you're out there, she goes, I should have gotten a card. I didn't even get a card. Didn't even get a card.
But then it all ended well.
She got a card. It was delivered to her in person.
Oh,
by
that's
him.
very sweet.
She popped in the restaurant, and everything was good.
So you had to talk her down.
After 6:15. Oh, yeah, she wanted to string him up.
Oh, well, sure.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
So, but I think next year, that's what we'll do. I think we'll get a fire pit and we'll do weenies. I think we'll get Mama Hall over for some weenies around the fire pit. And,
no dishes?
No dishes, no nothing. But when you go out to eat, there's no dishes either.
Well, that's true.
Okay, so it all went well.
It ended well.
Fire was kept outside. No fire was brought inside.
No.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And the Royals game last night was canceled because of rain. So they're going to lose a travel day. So they'll play Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in Kansas City. Then they'll return to Baltimore for a game Friday and Saturday, if needed. They got best of 7.
Oh, okay, because I was like, is it the best 3 out of 5? We should be wrapping up tonight.
Here's a great story, and I think moms and dads can relate to this. When we used to go to the ballpark, things used to be so differently at the ballpark. Things were just different. And I read a blog somewhere that a guy that is a staunch Baltimore Oriole fan, the Royals open up in Baltimore.
Yeah.
He took his kids to the ballpark early so they could watch batting practice.
Yeah.
It's always fun to watch batting practice. And said, we're out in the outfield. We're watching batting practice. And, occasionally a ball will come into the stands, but not very often because they got that cage and you can't hit the ball high enough and all that. So he said there's a bunch of kids in the front row, and they're all decked out in Baltimore gear. They got the hat. They got the jersey. Not a single Royals fan out there in the bleacher section in the outfield. And all of a sudden, he said some of the Kansas City Royals pitchers that are out there that are warming up decided to play catch with the kids in the stands because the kids brought mitts to the game, And anyway, so these Kansas City Royals pitchers were playing catch with the kids. They'd throw the ball to the player,
fun.
and the player would throw it up into the stands, and they would throw it back. And the guy said this must have gone on for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. These Royal players were playing catch with the kids in the stands who were not Royal fans. They were there to cheer on Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the session of playing catch, they scooped up a few extra baseballs and threw them up in the stands, told the kids to keep the baseballs.
Oh, very nice.
And this guy posted, this guy said, you know what? Barring a miracle that Baltimore can come back and win this series, he said, I'm a Kansas City Royals fan. I'm rooting for the Royals. You just don't see players do that anymore.
Oh, very nice.
And for a kid to play catch for just a few minutes with a Major League Baseball player, how cool is that? That'd be something these kids will remember, all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Going to the game and playing catch and getting to keep a baseball.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen much anymore. That's just,
Why doesn't it?
I don't know. Players are too busy to sign autographs, too. And I know they get hammered. And I know then you got some idiot people that put them on eBay and try to make money off of them. So I can understand that. But he said, these are not Kansas City kids. They weren't rooting for Kansas City. They were just kids that came to the ballpark. And he said, if for some reason Baltimore don't come back and win this series, I'm rooting for the Royals. That's the way you should treat kids at the ballpark. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool because times they've changed.
Mm-hmm.
So
very nice.
Good for the Kansas City Royals players to do that, and
absolutely
good for this fan to take notice that
I like him even better now.
That it made a difference in these kids. being able to go back to school and talk about it.
Now if they just shave those big beards off.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. It is a meaty-looking group. What's going on there?
Is that like the style now for every baseball player to look like they've been up on a mountain for 6 months and then just came off and threw on a ball cap and went out on the field?
Into pitch number 56, Grizzly Adams. Grizzly Adams now into pitch. Yeah, Grizzly Adams.
And how about them chewing? They chew gum and whatever else. I mean, like it is cud.
Yeah, they chew everything.
And it's not like they chew literally like cows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
But it's fun to watch. I mean, that's a stretch. I'm enjoying watching it because they're about to win.
There you go. Oh, your husband sent me an email this morning.
Oh, no.
He said he's a professional grocery shopper.
No, he's not.
I just let Kim do it because she needs the practice.
He thinks he's really good. He's really not.
He said, you will go to the store, you'll spend twice the money and still forget the bologna and white Wonder Bread.
Well, there's a reason I forget that. It's not by accident.
You just don't bring it home. You just don't bring home his favorite food.
That's correct.
Yeah. So he's going to send you back and let you shop again until you get it right.
Professional shopper.
Yeah. Spend exactly what you were supposed to spend. Don't buy anything extra. And be sure to bring back the bologna and white bread for his lunches because he loves cold meat sandwiches.
It's whole wheat, and I don't do cold cuts.
Well, that's it.
Some milk and some egg just to make it a little custard.
You pour it over the top of the chicken?
No, I just put it over the onion.
Okay.
Like an onion casserole. Like onion. Just onion with some stuff and cheese. That's it. And
an onion casserole.
And
man, too bad Fluffy and I didn't get invited over last night. That'd have been a real treat. I wish we'd have got invited over. Man, we'd have come for onion casserole.
Vidalia onions, they're sweet.
Oh yeah, we'd have come for onion casserole.
And so while it was baking in the oven, Paul and I were sitting there talking right by the oven, and
you were crying because of all the onions.
Oh my gosh, we were. He was like, I am tearing up from the onions.
Yeah.
It was, I think, intensifying as it baked. But I will have you know, the man went back for thirds.
No.
He said it was delicious.
That's because he didn't make 2 bologna sandwiches yesterday. If he'd have made 2 bologna sandwiches for lunch, he wouldn't have had to go back for seconds of onion casserole.
He said it was delicious.
Man.
Yeah.
Paul will be doing most of his work today over the phone so as not to offend any of the clients that he's investing for after eating onion casserole last night.
It tasted like almost like scalloped potatoes. A lot like scalloped potatoes.
Ain't no way onion casserole tastes like scalloped potatoes.
It did. I put a milk and egg mixture that kind of put a custard through it.
Good grief.
It tasted like scalloped potatoes. I'm telling you, man.
Good grief.
It was
really?
Delicious.
Really, man?
It was delicious.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you missed it.
Do you have any leftovers?
Yeah.
Why don't you bring it in tomorrow and just set it in the back? Let's see how many people dive in on that thing. You know, people bring desserts and food all the time.
There's only enough for a few bites.
Well,
I mean, it's very little. I should have brought it in for you to try.
Still be a few bites left after that. Onion casserole.
It was Vidalia onion, casserole as a side dish. It was delicious. And I thought of you. I thought you would love it.
Yeah, right. Email Duggar if you'd like the recipe for onion casserole.
I better clear out my emails.
It'll be a hit at your house once you stop crying. It'll be good.
He was skeptical.
Poor Paul, the maintenance man.
Oh, my gosh, is that just onion? You're just going to put onion in a dish?
That's it? Yeah. Good grief. Only at the Duggar Atwater home.
Well, they've just reissued new Super Bowl rings to the New England Patriots, and I posted a picture on my Facebook page, so you'll be able to see the brand new rings that have been issued to the Patriots. New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady will be suspended without pay for the first 4 games of the regular 2015 NFL season over Deflategate. The NFL announced yesterday. The league called the discipline relating to the use of underinflated footballs and described the conduct as detrimental to the integrity of the NFL. The Patriots will also be fined $1 million and will have to forfeit first-round selection in the 2016 NFL Draft and fourth-round selection in the 2017 NFL Draft. And I'm sorry, I've completely run out of deflated ball jokes, so I'm not going to give
Do you
you
think
any.
that's enough punishment?
I'm not going to give you any.
And why does each team supply their own balls? Is that just not trouble waiting to happen right there?
That is.
Why doesn't the NFL supply them? Why don't the refs handle them?
I don't know. Okay, the Royals are going to be out there. Let's bring out the Royals baseballs.
Yeah.
Okay, the Yankees now. Let's all the baseballs in. The Yankees got their baseballs. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. I've never,
Do you think that's enough punishment?
But I guess New England, I guess one of the reasons they punish them so bad is their willingness not to participate or help in the investigation as much and release information and things like that. But whatever they could find that they could find showed that, that Tom Brady probably had some sort of knowledge that this was going on. And you wonder how many games this has happened. Now, I mean, somebody said, well, it's kind of a blowout game, the game it was discovered on. But the team they played actually had caught wind of it and decided not to do anything until the game was over.
How'd they catch wind of
it? And then, I don't know, but they did. And, they just feel like Tom Brady has some sort of knowledge. Now, Bill Belichick, I don't know what knowledge he had in this deal.
He had his hoodie on.
But, the hoodie. But the owner of the team, who's really close with Pete Rozelle, I mean, they're all best of friends, said whatever the punishment is, that's it. I'm good with it. But now that it's $1 million, he's thinking that they are going to they're going to look into it and they're going to object to that and see if they can get that overturned. But
I think he needs a stiffer penalty.
Tom Brady will now have to sit home on Sundays with Gisele Bündchen for four weekends.
Well, that's not punishment.
That's what I'm thinking,
I mean, make him go sit somewhere else, but not with her.
Yeah, make him go quarterback a Jets game or something. Sorry, Mike.
Gosh, my brother is right now screaming.
Well, he is, yeah. God, what a horrible mistake.
What?
You went down to get coffee. I threw on a little Neil Diamond.
I like Neil Diamond.
Well, I know, and now you want more Neil Diamond.
I know.
Can't get enough Neil
Can
Diamond.
you play They're Coming to America?
They're Coming to America, sure. Here it is. Let's play it for you, okay? You ready?
Uh-huh. I love this song.
There you go. All right. I'll give you a little bit more. I'm sorry. That was kind of cheap.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. This rocks.
Since it is your last day. Okay,
this song,
good.
that's better than
That's
anything
good.
Purple.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one too.
Yeah. I'll play 5 Neil Diamond songs here for you. Money talks, but it don't sing and dance, and it don't walk.
Oh, I like this one.
All right. Thank the Lord for the nighttime.
This is a little more rock and roll right here.
Well, yeah.
Oh, this one's so good. This one's good too.
You don't even know what it is. Shiloh.
Shiloh.
August nights. Okay.
Oh, that was a good one. You're on to something. These songs, you put those on with the Barry Manilow and the Carpenters, you're on to something.
People be driving off the streets, you're right. We'd have lawsuits, people be calling Jackie Wise, we're suing you. What kind of music is that?
Donald thought my song choices were bad.
Okay. Thanks, Donald.
Yeah.
Man of rational, intelligence there this morning. All right, why am I getting all these friends requests on my Facebook page?
Yeah,
what's happening here?
Why are you?
I'm getting is anybody? I changed my password because I just thought maybe that's it. I'll bet I get 20 friend requests every hour.
Oh my gosh!
And it's from people that we have no mutual friends. We have one mutual.
Okay, you have like 5,000 friends on Facebook.
Well,
how could it be from someone who has no mutual friends?
Well, that's what I want to know.
They're not even from this country.
Well, that's what I want to know.
Country.
Well, why am I getting them all?
Don't friend them.
Wonder if anybody else is I'm going to have you answer this phone here in a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe somebody else is getting them too.
Maybe.
But I'll probably get 50 a day.
$50 a day of friends.
Oh my God!
Somebody wants to be my friend. Somebody wants to be my friend.
You can't be friends to everybody.
No, well, no, I can't be. And before the last week, I would get maybe 2 requests every day. But now I'm getting like 20 every hour. All right, the phone's ringing. Somebody knows the answer to this. We're gonna find out.
Okay.
All right.
And my husband also, by the way, no wonder I married him. He likes Neil Diamond too.
He likes Neil Diamond. He's
so
sucking
those are
up.
some good songs.
He's sucking up on your last day. That's it. That's what he's doing.
Neil Diamond and Kiss.
Paul Atwater is just, I'll tell you what. You go in, Flint Hills Group of Morgan Stanley to do a little business with Paul Atwater.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there ain't no Neil Diamond in the background. Okay. There ain't no Neil Diamond. The man wouldn't have the success that he does today if he had Neil Diamond going on in the background while he's trying to deal with clients, okay?
Oh.
Just saying.
Yeah.